Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. We are live. Cappers Nation Live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Saturday, the 16th of November. Gonna be a great day. Very, 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 very busy day today. Welcome, 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 everybody. Hope you guys all had a great Friday. Ours had a little bit of up, a little bit of down, a little bit of every direction yesterday. Rough day on the premium play side yesterday. Free plays 2-0. I know, scary. 2-0 yesterday on the free play side. Free play side 2-0. Who's ready for another big, not only a free play day, but it's going to be a big premium play day today, as well as my personal plays. It's definitely going to be a big day. Things are shaping up to be a little on the exciting side this morning, as well as this afternoon, a little bit later on. Bear with me, still making some technical difficulties, as you guys saw first thing with the live show, first clicking it on. Just getting used to all the new buttons and everything else that you gotta press and everything else you gotta do. So bear with me. I'm sure I'll be clicking the wrong button every now and then, and you guys might get a screen of something else. Maybe, who knows? Who knows what camera angle it'll show. So good morning to everybody. Let's see who's tuning in. Japandi tuning in. Who dat Bob? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Dustin H. Robert S. Old Outdoor TV. Frank, what's going on, sir? Kathy and Gary, good morning. Mr. Clinton, good morning. Christopher Bayer, good morning. Anthony, how are you, sir? Glad to have you with us. Randy, good morning. Also, you said you bought Guaranteed Saturday. Let's make some money. Absolutely. Thank you, sir, for jumping on board. I do believe you'll like that as well. Good morning, William, tuning in by text message. Yes, sir. Also gave you guys a lean on Marshall yesterday. Interesting enough, Louisiana Tech was supposed to be a big, big, big game of the week for me, and ended up laying off of it and threw out a lead on the other side once the report was official that the quarterback and the wide receiver and a linebacker, 3 studs, were going to be out of the game. Dustin H. Kyle, quick question. What is going on with Alabama? The line started at 21. We'll take a look at that line a little bit later. We'll take a look at that game here in a little bit. And generally speaking, just off the top of my head, it means there's some money coming in on the other side. But we'll go over that in depth and in its entirety and see if we can't help you guys out in that department as well. Don't forget, if you guys are not aware, at your guys' request yesterday, and you guys asking for Guaranteed Saturday to be back to $50. That's exactly what you guys get. You get Guaranteed Saturday today on sale for $50. It's normally $150. You guys get it for just $50 this week. Guaranteed a winner. You get the next one absolutely free. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a flat-out blowout today, boys and girls. If you're not on it, you're flat-out going to miss out. All right? If you didn't get on Louisiana Tech last week when we absolutely hammered them as a guaranteed Saturday play against North Texas, beating them 52-17. And believe it or not, it was actually 52-10 up until like the last minute of the game. So if you were not on that, you really missed out, all right? And here's your opportunity to get a little redemption. So if you're not on it, get on it. And if you want to be able to have a chance to be able to see Guaranteed Saturday again at $50, I highly recommend it. Recommend going out and getting on board it as well. And that way you guys will see it. You guys support it, and I'll keep pushing for it for you guys. You know me. I don't care if they sell it for $150 or $50, and nothing comes out of my back pocket or my front pocket because that's where I keep the dough, so to speak. But you know me, always trying to help you guys out any which way I can in every direction. So hold on one second. Making sure some of our faithfuls are tuning in. Steven, good morning. Steven says he's going to the UNLV game against Hawaii. That'd be a good time. It's always a good time. Or maybe just Guaranteed Saturday. Well, Guaranteed Saturday's a nice, it's not an early game, but it's an afternoon game. And I'll be honest, you can't go wrong with it today. You definitely can't go wrong with it today. Mr. Blevins in the house. Brad, good morning as well. Phil, see you just jumped on board. Guaranteed Saturday. Thank you, sir. You're going to love it. Same thing with you, Mike, if you're watching. Neverez, KC, Raul, Matthew, Edward, Mr. Weedman, the other Matthew, Mr. Song. Mr. Song jumping on board our big, the big sale that they've got for the 4 days of premium plays or my personal plays. Get this, guys, and then we're gonna jump right into the games because I want to be able to do more than just 3 or 4 breakdowns for you guys today. 4 days of premium plays, if you guys aren't aware. 4 days of premium plays. Or my personal plays. You get to select which one. You also get Guaranteed Saturday included. You also get FC's big UFC Fight Night 154 card. Sorry, 164. You also get his Guaranteed Max Fight pick absolutely free as well. And that's all for $200. Killer deal. Killer deal. Jeff, what's going on, sir? Good morning. Hopefully you got my text message. I already texted out my personal plays. I have to tell you, I just updated last night to the new iOS software. I'm always very hesitant to upgrade. I upgraded to the iOS 13.2.2 for all the iPhone and iOS users out there. And I'm always hesitant to update my software. I find a good one, and I keep it rolling. Jeff, you didn't get them? All right, let me double check because the update on my phone has things a little screwy. Really a little screwy. And I don't like it. Yeah, Jeff, I texted him this morning. I just sent it again. If you didn't get it, do me a favor, send me a text message, and I'll try replying to that. But what happened is normally, I have so many clients that I text out on a daily basis, my personal plays, that the way I go about it, I'm not typing in every number every single time. I type in like the first 3, the area code, and it pops up the search, and it shows me everything right there. And it's super, super, super easy to be able to do it. And when now you type in this, there's nothing in the search. All it's doing is showing me attachments that I've sent to people or received. So that sucks. It literally took me an hour longer to send out my games this morning because of that update. Robert Smith, thank you, sir, for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday as well. Going to be a great time. Got a nice little 50-spot crowd here. Hang on, Jeff. I'm going to try sending them again. If you did not get my games, then send me a message, especially if you're watching this. I won't know if you guys don't get the games unless you let me know. Big old Tom Weiner in the house. Good morning, good morning, good morning, sir. You got it that time? Okay. Kurt, good morning. Or I don't know if you're on live, Kurt, but if you are, thank you for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday. Trevor, I see you jumped on board it as well. It's going to be a great time, guys. Going to be a great time. And, man, I look forward to making some money today. I'm just getting up all my info for the live odds. Eric, good morning, sir. How are you? Other services are sleeping, and we're going live, baby. When I'm looking this direction, it's I'm staring at the other iMac. The iMac Pro running the show. Regular iMac with all the good stuff on it. All right, let's get it up and running because we got some good breakdowns to go through. We got some good games today on the board. We got some money to be made. We got some free plays to give out. Thoughts on Iowa and Minnesota? We might take a look at that game here in a little bit for you. A lot of high-profile games today that have some definite impact, future impact on some teams. Obviously, LSU can't slow down against Ole Miss today. Alabama's going to need a big win. Georgia needs to keep the pedal to the metal. They've got a big game against Auburn today. Big game for Utah taking on UCLA. Big game for Oregon later on tonight. Rivalry, Michigan State, Michigan playing. Big game for Minnesota facing off against Iowa. That's going to be a big test for them. Jake says, yes, they do. Go Dogs. Mike K. Mr. Kogan, what's going on? I love when y'all do Guaranteed Saturday for $50. Thanks for getting the price down for us. You're very welcome, sir. And one thing before we start the breakdowns, guys, one thing that you do not want to miss out on is FC's UFC tonight. His UFC tonight is going to be an absolute fantastic one. I looked at the card yesterday, and man, super stoked for it. Not only in his regular card does he have a top fight pick, and he doesn't have a top fight pick every single fight event. That's included in his regular card for $29.99. You get a full write-up on every single fight. You get his parlays, his stay-away recommendations, his leans, his fight picks, dog of the night if he's got one. You get all that good stuff. And a top fight pick is very close in scale to a max fight pick. And it's even rarer that he has a top fight pick and a max fight pick all on the same card. So yes, he does have a max fight pick available today. It's $25 just for the max fight pick, guaranteed to win, or you'll get that next one absolutely free, or you could jump on board his entire card, or you could purchase both. But excuse me, as an added bonus, anybody for today that jumps on board our premium plays, at least, well, obviously the $200 deal, you get it for free already, but you purchase any other premium play package, 3 days of premium plays or 3 days of my personal plays, the month, or whatever package it is, you'll get the UFC max fight pick on the house. And that's only for you guys. I know sometimes they make they make us email it out if I give it to you guys on the show, to be fair to the people that miss it. We're going to keep this one on the down low. All right? We're going to keep this one on the down low. Anybody, well, I'm going to attempt to. Anybody who purchases during the live show the 3 days for $99 or one of the bigger premium play packages or my personal plays, I'll make sure you get that max fight pick absolutely free. So I'm not posting it in the comments. I'm going to try and keep it just for you guys. But every time I try and keep something just for you guys, Jay or somebody's got to spoil the party and make it available to everybody. So we'll just throw it out there quick and early, and we'll do that. Are you crazy for liking Nebraska? Hey, any team can win on any given day. I think we've proven that a few times, right? How about last Saturday? Everybody remember last Saturday? I lean on LSU. I lean on LSU money line. Wouldn't be surprised if there's 43 first half points. I think there was 46. We're going to have some good breakdowns today, folks. Definitely going to have some good breakdowns today, and put some money in everybody's pocket. If you guys are watching us on somewhere other than YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter or Periscope, come join us on YouTube. Come chat live with us on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, wherever else we're streaming live, come join us. Do I think Clemson is going to try and prove a point? I think they try and prove a point every single game they play. And yeah, Jeff, you're crazy. But we already know that, Jeff, right? I think every team that's already in the top four in a playoff spot, if it was to end today, is going to try and prove that they're worthy of staying there. I think every team on the outside with a shot to get in is going to be trying to prove that they're worthy to be there. In this day and age of the playoff committee and not an automated BCS number, it's all about trying to shine and show that you belong there, because the committee's already said, and they're proving it to you right now, that what you did last year does not matter. All right? They're already showing that to you guys by keeping Clemson on the outside. But, there's a lot of teams, on the outside, that definitely need to show off. Clemson, one of them. Oregon, another. Oregon's going to, no doubt about it, going to need some style points to even have a chance to move up and get in, which means they're going to have a blowout. They can't have any close contests, or they're going to be on the outside looking in. Dustin H. Kyle, do you ever bet first half points or totals with the playoff committee and resting fourth quarter? It seems like there can be value. I have, and I do from time to time. That's for sure. Taking a look at the rankings. So for everybody who doesn't know the college football rankings, LSU sitting in the top spot, number 1 with a 9-0 record. Ohio State with a 9-0 record sitting in the second spot. Clemson 10-0. Georgia 8-1, sitting in the fourth. Clemson wants to stay in. They're going to have to keep winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. Oregon 6th. Utah 7th. Minnesota 8th with a big game today on the line for Minnesota. Penn State 9th. Personally, I think Penn State probably should have dropped farther than 9th, and then same thing with Oklahoma when they lost. They should be lower than 10th, in my personal opinion. But that's the playoff committee. Do I bet parlays? I do on time. They're usually fun money. But yeah, I've done some big parlays. And Oklahoma sitting in the 10th spot and 1 out from the top 10, Florida. Auburn got a big game today, sitting 12th, facing off against Georgia. Never as KC, good morning. Absolutely, definitely. I do see you jumped on board Guaranteed Saturday. Thank you as well. Mike K says you like it boring. I'm feeling another big day for Guaranteed Saturday winner. For sure. And when we were blowing it out, I don't want any boring talk. I like boring. Okay. I agree. We'll get it. Brad says he loves Auburn today. Okay. You're entitled to your opinion. No, I'm just teasing you, Brad. I'm just teasing you. All right, just getting the odds up and running. How do you know when to hop off? When you lose. If you got a system rolling, just roll. You roll with it. Do what your gut tells you to do. That gut, if it's burning, crunch your numbers. Do what you do to come out with your plays, Dustin. And if whatever system that you use, be it a lucky coin or the magic 8 ball, or your game day breakdowns like we do here, if your numbers don't support it, then it might be time to jump off the bandwagon or ride it until it dies, baby. Nothing wrong with riding a streak. If you're making a ton of money, nothing wrong with riding a streak. Robert Smith is asking in the chat, does anybody like Baylor money line? Mr. Greg Engel, thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday, sir. It's going to be a great time today. If you guys are watching on Twitter, please do come and join us on YouTube. Just head to youtube.com in the search box. Just put in Cappers Nation Live. It'll pop you right to it. Chip says he likes Baylor money line, but not enough to bet it. Not enough to bet it. Garrett, good morning, sir. Absolutely, definitely an exciting Saturday ahead of us. Robert S., I like Navy as long as the line is above 7. I got it at 7.5 earlier this week. Great job supporting the midshipmen. Always great to see them succeeding and doing well. And remember, guys, if you're on board or you're getting on board Guaranteed Saturday, it is already posted online. It's already ready to go. Good morning, Greg. Thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Laura, good morning. And as well, actually, I already said good morning to you, but thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday as well. All right, let's get some game day breakdowns rolling. All right, we just rolled through the top 10 already. Got the odds up and running. Now I just need my game sheet here, my game notes, so that way we can fly through this with a breeze. And it's definitely going to be a good time. Definitely going to be a good day. Let me scroll back up to the start of college football. Now, some of these games I might have plays on, so I may not give you guys my actual personal opinion on it, obviously, because I might have a play on it. But we're going to give you guys an unbiased breakdown. I'll read you guys what I have. And for everybody that jumped on board the Marshall play yesterday, good deal, good deal, good deal on that one as well. That was always a great time yesterday. Free plays went 2-0. Free plays went 2-0. We should have just made Marshall a free play as well, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. We'll take 9-1 free plays this week. Free personal play winner yesterday. Patsy Keaton, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. All right. First game that we're going to break down. And we're going to try and go quick through some of these, all right? I don't want to spend too much time on them, on each one. That way we can hopefully bust through a bunch of them for you guys. Reginald, sir, good morning. If you're watching us live, thank you. I see you just jumped on board Guaranteed Saturday. Glad to have you back on board with us. Tom, I've got an opinion on that one. You dirty dog, you. I've got an opinion, and I hope you logged into your account online, sir. Your local book has Navy plus 10. Laura, thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. I know you're going to love it. You're going to love it when it cashes big. Mike K, do you know how incredible 9-1 is, though? I feel like you're not excited enough, but I forgot you do it all the time. Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm actually happy for you guys that tune in for the free plays. For you guys to be 9-1. But what I'm not happy with is, splitting out yesterday, going 2-2 on my personal plays. Premium plays having an off day, which just makes, Saturday even bigger for us. We already know that. LT listening into the deer stand, love it. Would I pound Navy plus 10? I stayed off of that game on the side. But if I was going to bet it, if you got it at 10, I would probably take them at 10, personally. I don't have that option at plus 10. So, first game that we're going to touch, West Virginia and Kansas, and we're going to go through it quickly. 319 and 320, all right? You got West Virginia 3-6 on the year, 2-5-2 against the spread, going up against a Kansas State who's 6-3 and 7-2 against the spread, guys. Game 319-320. Kansas State opened up as a 12-point favorite. They're now favored by 13.5. However, the Westgate about a half hour ago clicked it up to 14. So you got Kansas State laying 2 touchdowns at home against West Virginia. Total opened up at 48. It is down 2 points to 46. Although the station casinos, believe it or not, have it at 45.5, which to me seems a tad bit on the low side. Taking a look at the money aspect of this game, seeing where all the money lies on this game, if I could ever find the money part. I wish they would just, I say this every week, every time we do a live show, I wish they'd put this in damn order for me. Because they just don't. And we're still a tad bit early from when the hard numbers will be reported. We'll get a little more accurate numbers in about an hour and 15 minutes when the books really start waking up. But as of right now, guys, you've got 93% of all against the spread bets rolling in on Kansas State laying the 2 touchdowns against West Virginia. Yes, I said it, 93%, just 7% back in West Virginia plus the 14 points. 58% of the public rolling in on the over, just 42% on the under, yet we've got a 2-point drop in that total. Edward Richardson, good morning, sir. Andre, good morning as well. The only thing about UAB I'd be suspect about Andre is their quarterback. Laying those points with a backup. Be careful. Kansas State 23-6 against the spread. Their last 29 games at home against inefficient defenses that allow less than 13.45 yards per point. And the head-to-head matchup, guys, under the total is 7-0. Under the total is 7-0 in their last 7 games between West Virginia and Kansas State, guys. Kansas State coming off a heartbreaking loss to Texas last week, losing 27-24. They were actually +7. They covered the spread, and that game actually went under the total of 56.5. They're actually riding 2 unders there, 2 straight unders. Same thing with West Virginia. Their last 2 games went under, both against Baylor and Texas Tech. They're both coming off, they're coming off a loss to both teams, including 3 other losses to Texas, Iowa State, Oklahoma, Baylor, and then Texas Tech last week, losing 38-17. In a game that they were actually plus 2.5. They were a 2.5-point dog, and they got slaughtered like pigs by 3 touchdowns. That game also went under the total of 57, ended up having a total of 55 scored. They were just a field goal away from having an over in that game. When you're taking a look at both of these 2 teams, let's see if I can pop this stuff up real quick, see if it'll quickly pop up for me. There we go. You got West Virginia on the road, guys. Overall, 3-6 so far on the year. They do have 1 road win on the year, and that was against Kansas, where they beat them 29-24. Taking a look at Kansas State, who's 6-3 overall. When playing at home, they're actually 4-1. They've had 2 games go over the total. 3 have gone under, but they do have that big 4 wins at home. They do have a loss at home, and that was against Baylor back in the beginning of October when they lost 31-12 to Baylor. Yeah, Edward, definitely. Everybody on premiums definitely had got beat up yesterday. That's for sure. That's for sure. But you know what? The great thing is you'll have a nice big bounce back today. James, if you're in the live chat, sir, I see you just jumped on board. 3 days of premium plays for $99. So as promised, I'm going to get you that max fight pick for free. It's already in your account, sir. and I just put it in there. And remember, guys, if you're already on premium plays and you renew early, or my personal plays and you renew early, you'll also get that max fight pick absolutely free. And you're going to want to be signed up for that one. FC's absolutely slaughtered the books with his max fight picks lately. And telling you, you want some easy winners, get on the UFC later on tonight. And the cool thing is the UFC actually starts after Guaranteed Saturday. So it's definitely going to be a good time, and it's going to put money in everybody's pocket. Both programs are. Both programs. So as far as this one goes, a lean on this one. I do have a lean on this one. I don't have an actual free play. It's nothing that I'm betting as of right now. But in this one, I do lean towards West Virginia plus the 14. They've played a lot of great programs. They are definitely struggling on the year. They showed a lot of promise against Baylor, where they lost 17-14 against a top-ranked, undefeated Baylor team. Other than that, I mean, they started showing promise in that game. They got slaughtered by Oklahoma, and then they got slaughtered last week by Texas Tech. They do have some good moments, with the exception of rushing the ball. It's the only thing that I don't like is the fact that they cannot establish any running game whatsoever. They average 76 yards a game, rushing the ball at 2.7 yards per carry, 254 in the air, averaging 6.5 yards per passing attempt, and only 21.1 points per game on offense. They'll be going up against a defense that averages the same amount of points, 21.1 points per game given up. But they do give up 172 yards on the ground and 195 in the air. So this may be the game where West Virginia is able to kickstart that running game. They do need to win out the season in order to become bowl eligible, which is not going to be an easy task. That is a tall task. It's going to be a mile high for a West Virginia team that has 3 wins against James Madison, NC State, and Kansas only, to come in and finish the year 6-6 and become bowl eligible. It's going to be a tall task for them. They're going to have to knock off Kansas State today. They're going to have to knock off Oklahoma State next week, and they're going to have to end the year against TCU with a victory at TCU. That's assuming they get by Kansas State today on the road. As far as Kansas State on offense, they average 32.3 points per game. They're not a high-flying offense. They definitely run the ball almost double, 2-to-1 compared to what they pass. They average 43 rushing plays compared to the 23 passing plays. They do average 199 yards on the ground, so they're not the best running program at 4.6 yards per carry, as well as 181 passing yards a game. They're going to be going up against a West Virginia defense that's been getting torched as of late. They average giving up 32.1 points per game. They give up 172 rushing yards a game and 249 in the air. The big factor here is that Kansas State is +5 on turnovers to the -7 of West Virginia. I can definitely plead a case for the over in this game as well. Bobby says that he likes the over 46 in this game. I can definitely plead a case for the over, especially with the turnovers that West Virginia has been prone to partake in, and Kansas State being +5 on turnovers. You get a turnover in the other end, deep in the other end, which will probably happen, or at least close to it at one point today. It's going to be some easy extra points for the other team, and 46 is not a hard number to pass when it's college football. So. Especially when you're laying a 14-point spread. But I do side with West Virginia plus the 14 as well as the over 46 as this one as well. So there's a lean on that one. I'm going to just go down the list. I'm going to randomly pick some games right now. All right, we're going to do the Indiana-Penn State game. Indiana and Penn State coming up. Yes, Dave, I did get your message. Thank you, sir. You're all good to go. You're all good to go. All right. Game 325, 326. Raymond, good morning, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And interesting to note, just so everybody knows, I do not have a play on this game. I don't have a play on the side. I don't have a play on the total, premium, personal, consensus play. We are not on this game, just so you guys know. So you guys are still getting an unbiased breakdown and probably a nice solid lean as well. Caesar, sir, if you are watching, thank you for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday. You're absolutely going to love it today, especially when you're cashing those tickets. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today, boys and girls. We're going to cash some more tickets today. That is a 100% fact. 325, 326. Penn State opened up as a 14-point favorite, 2-touchdown favorite. They're still laying 2 in a couple spots. However, most have already moved it to 14.5. The Westgate just clicked it to 14.5 about an hour ago. BetMGM app just moved it to 14.5. However, they're holding it at minus $1.05. Another big wager, $1,000 or more, will probably move it to a minus $1.10 at minus 14.5. And everywhere else that I can see in Vegas, all has it at 14.5 on this game. Total opened up at 51. The total skyrocketed. It bumped up 3.5 points to 54.5. However, CG Technologies has it at 55. And then there's the D Casino and the Stations properties all holding strong at 55.5. There's a big point differential there. A full point on the total, depending on where you want to go bet it, from the Westgate to the Stations properties for a full point different if you're here in town. You got Indiana, who's 7-2 straight up, 6-3 against the spread. Out of their 9 games, they've had 4 go over, 5 have went under, and they're riding a 4-game win streak. And believe it or not, they've won 5 out of their last 6 games. In their last 4 games, they beat up on Rutgers 35-0. They beat up Maryland 34-28. They beat up Nebraska 38-31, and then they beat Northwestern 34-3 in a smashing affair. And they've been covering spreads too. They've actually covered the spread 5 out of the last 6 games. And I believe... No, they were a favorite against Maryland. They won that game, and they won it by 6, but they were laying 6.5. The 2 games that they did not cover, actually 3 games that they did not cover against the spread, one, they were actually a 17.5-point dog to Ohio State when they didn't cover the spread. On the other side, guys, you've got, Penn State, 8-1 straight up, 5-4 against the spread. Out of their 9 games, 4 have gone over the total, coming off their big loss to Minnesota, where they just got dominated from start to finish. They made a great push at the end of the game, battling back. They ended up losing by 5. They were down big, ended up losing 31-26. Not only, obviously, they didn't cover the spread because they were the 6-point favorites, Penn State, but they were able to push that game over, had a total of 49. They ended up scoring a total of 57 in that game. My hat's off to Minnesota for getting that win in that game last week. And, we're going to talk about them here in a little bit because they've got a big test as well this week. Penn State, 1-loss team, sitting in 9th spot in the rankings. Absolutely need a big statement win today, especially against a Indiana team who's 7-2 straight up and already bowl eligible. I do look for Penn State to have a nice big bounce back day today. If they're going to be able to cover that spread will remain to be seen. We're going to talk a little more about it. Marquis says, Kyle, what's up, brother? Freaking Magic hit again. Awesome stuff. Very welcome. Yeah, the over in the Magic game was a nice free play winner for everybody. And we're going to keep doing that for you guys. Taking a look at this game a little more in depth, you got Penn State, who's 6-1 against the spread at home before playing Ohio State. If you don't know, now you know, but they get Ohio State next week on the road. They go on the road. All right, Indiana just 2-12-1 against the spread after a blowout straight-up win of 20 points or more. They dominated Northwestern last week 34-3, and so basically what that means, they don't cover the spread after a big blowout. All right, Indiana 19-5 on the over after a blowout straight-up win of 20 points or more. When they're blowing teams out, they keep scoring. That is the trend with those teams. Now, head-to-head trend between both teams. All right, and this matchup. Home teams are 4-5 straight up. However, they're 7-1 against the spread. Home teams 7-1 against the spread. John Doe, good morning, good morning, good morning. No, we did not have a game of the week. We did not have a game of the week. It was actually supposed to be, as I announced yesterday, game of the week was supposed to be on Louisiana Tech when we talked about it during the live show yesterday afternoon. But then with the Louisiana Tech quarterback being out and suspended, same thing with their top wide receiver and one of their big linebackers, I had told everybody that it was supposed to be a game of the week, but we're not playing it. And if I was going to play anything, we'd play Marshall. So no game of the week yesterday for myself. Don't have them every week, unfortunately. If it's something that I'm not willing to step out on and absolutely hammer, I'm not going to put one out, just the way that I work. Justice, good morning. Says, good morning, Cap Nation. Let's get that money. Absolutely. Super late last night, helping a buddy of mine. Mother's we raced her to the ER. Actually, we raced behind the ambulance. I gotta tell you, helped out a buddy of mine. Took paramedics 17 minutes to get to his house from the time I called 911 yesterday for my best friend's mother. Me too. Thanks, Chip. But 17 minutes. Holy cow. And then these ass hats, and my hat's off to first responders, man. But these guys got out of their truck, had zero pep in their step. I've never seen people move slower than molasses for a 68-year-old lady who's unresponsive and fell and can hardly breathe. Man, crazy. I mean, we're like, oh yeah, there's an emergency in there, an absolute emergency in there. Can you, maybe put some pep in your step? But none. Jeff, I would call it slower than walking. I would 100%. I thought about taking out my phone and filming, but I was more worried about not pissing them off and getting her inside. But yeah, it was definitely Chip. I know. Just amazed. John Doe, oh, you're very welcome, sir. You're very welcome. Chip, you would have turned into Bobby Knight 2.0. Yeah, no joke. Oh, walking to get there, that it took 17 minutes. Nope, they drove. And let me tell you, I watched them drive down the long street that has no houses on it. And they had to be coming, and there's no speed bumps, nothing. They had to be coming down that street at like 5 miles an hour, just slowly rolling in. No care in the world. So, but that was my night. I was in the at the ER for quite some time, lacking on the sleep. But hey, we got the motivation. It's called money. The motivation today is called money, money, money. Andre, thank you, sir, for jumping on board. The Guaranteed Saturday, sir, you're going to absolutely love it. Same thing, Lamar, as well. You're going to love the Guaranteed Saturday play as well. Why are you going to love it? Because it's going to cash and put money in your pocket. 100% money in your pocket, and it's going to be a nice big day for everybody on every level. Premium plays, my personal plays. And anyways, back to Penn State and Indiana on this game, guys. You got Penn State averaging 37.1 points per game, 171 yards on the ground, 262 in the air. They'll be going up against a stingy Indiana defense that only gives up 20 points a game. Anthony, she's in the ICU, and holding strong. She's a fighter, though. A diabetic, so what do they say? Diabetic ketoacidosis or something like that. It wasn't good, critical condition last night, but she's, as of 3 hours ago, she's still fighting, and they're trying to find the source of what caused it. But Penn State will be going up against an Indiana defense that gives up 135 yards rushing. They've been holding teams to 3.8 yards per carry, as well as giving up only 176 rushing yards a game. Passing yards a game. Now, when Indiana's on offense and they've got the ball, they average 34 points a game, just under 5 touchdowns, guys. They average 138 yards on the ground at 3.9 yards per carry and 308 in the air. High-flying offense, especially when it comes to the air game. When it comes to turnovers, Indiana +1 on the year on turnovers to the +5 of Penn State. Turnover edge, definitely going to give it to old Penn State here. Penn State definitely needs a big bounce back. I started liking this game. I didn't mind it when Penn State was laying 14. I figured out you could buy the hook down, buy it down to 13.5, 14.5. Penn State needs a blowout, 100%. Penn State needs a huge statement win today, no doubt about it. Are they going to get it? Remains to be seen. As far as the side on this game, I'm off. I'm off the side, no doubt about it. They played last year. Penn State beat them 33-28. I think 14.5 is a lot. Indiana has some decent wins in their last 4, or actually a couple in their last 4 games, beating them. Obviously, Nebraska's a nobody, but manhandling Northwestern, who's having a tough year. They did get the job done by winning by 6 against Maryland. So they've been able to hang strong, but these are all teams that Penn State absolutely dominated. Penn State just smashed Maryland. If I was going to do anything, it would be on the total. If I did anything on this game, it would be on the total, and I'd be taking the over. However, I'm laying off this game. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. I think the betting public likes the over as well. We've seen a 3-point line move from the total. But as far as this one, the over in Penn State, over 54.5. And if you got them earlier in the week at 51 or somewhere in between there or closer to that number, you absolutely scored and had an even bigger and better line there. So that's for sure. Thank you, Frank, for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Same thing, Loreno as well. Thanks for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. It's definitely going to be a good time. Remember, guys, I announced it during the live show and for you guys only. If you buy any premium play package, 3 days, the week combo package, the month, whatever it is, you'll get the you'll get FC's guaranteed max fight pick for free in your account. So even if you just go buy 3 days, or if you renew early and buy 3 days, you'll get the max fight pick for free, courtesy of me and FC. And that's not going to be emailed out, so that's only for you guys. Only for you guys. So don't miss out on that, all right, guys? Don't miss out on that. And let's keep these game day breakdowns rolling, because we've got quite a few more to do, and I want to be able, at least in the next 35, 40 minutes, go through, hopefully 5 or 6 more. But sometimes we get on different subjects, and we talk quite a bit. So we are going to do a game right now that I do have. Hold on 1 second. I do have a strong opinion on this game, and it was very, very, very close, and we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. There we go. Here's my other notes right here. This is what I needed. It was very close to jumping on and being on one of my personal plays, and it still might. I might still text it out later. You just never know. But as of right now, it's not. But that's the Iowa and Minnesota game. All right, Iowa and Minnesota. Minnesota on the road. They're 9-0, 8th ranked, 6-2-1 against the spread, 6-3 overall. High flying offense, averaging 37.6 points a game. They're going up against Iowa, who's 6-3, already bowl eligible. They're 4-5 against the spread, and primarily an under team. All right, they've had 3 games out of their 9 go over. However, 3 out of the last 5 meetings between these two teams, including last year, all went over. And we're going to give this one a big breakdown right here, 335 and 336. I know a lot of you guys have already asked about this one, and let me just pop up my information on this one as well, because this will be a good one for you guys. If I can find it. There we go. Nope. That was the Penn State game. We already did that one. There we go. Minnesota at Iowa. Sergio, should I change apps from Station to the Westgate? Here's my experience with the Station apps. I have it. I have a little bit of money in it. Every time I try... Hey, Jesse, good morning, sir. Trace as well, good morning. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Hornets 1712. YouTube is taking down the live college game day streams. Awesome. I'm glad they're taking down the pirated streams. My parents work in the motion pictures industry, so, well, my mom did. She's retired. My dad still does for another 6 months, and then he'll be retired as a teamster. We don't broadcast the games here. We tell you who to bet on. But let me guess, you're going to spam us, right? Hopefully not. But anyways, back to answer your question there, Sergio, about the Stations app versus the Westgate. I've had bad experience over the years with the Stations mobile betting app. Now, they were one of the first ones in Vegas with the betting app, and it was fine and dandy for small bets. If you try and put any big bet in, they have always came back and kicked back. Rejected. You try and put in anything over $500, and hold on, you need to update, and you got a line shift every single time. I mean, it's just mundane. Oh, nope, can't rebet a game. Whereas the Westgate app, you can. William Hill, you just got to wait a couple minutes, and you'll be able to do it again. The Westgate app, fantastic. Great lines, great support. Love it. The BetMGM app, I'm really starting to like that one as well. Fast Freddy, absolutely. Yeah, I know that one disappointed. However, what won't disappoint today is Guaranteed Saturday. All right, Guaranteed Saturday. And for everybody that doesn't know, that's just tuning in, first of all, Square 707, what's going on, sir? Jermaine, what's going on? I also see you tuning in. Appreciate the thumbs up. Guys, if you're new to the channel, first of all, hit that subscribe button, all right? Subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? Why? Because you'll get notified every single time we drop a video. It doesn't matter if it's a live show like this or the pre-recorded show, all right? You'll be notified. Why is that important? Well, look down at the bottom of the screen. Every video we put out, there's a free play in it. It doesn't matter if it's a live show or a pre-recorded show, all right? free plays this week because we've put out a daily free play video and a live show every single day. Good morning, Glenn in the house. We're 9-1 on free plays this week. That includes 5-0 on our premium plays and my personal plays that I've given to you guys live during the live shows this week. All right, we've won every single one during the live show, and we're 4-1 on our consensus plays in our daily free play video, making us 9-1 on the week. Absolutely fantastic week, guys, for free plays. So hit that subscribe button right now. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you're on your phone or your tablet, you're going to want to turn it sideways, all right? Turn your phone sideways to be able to see that subscribe button. And then when you're done with that, if you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free winning plays 7 days a week, 365 days a year, do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work, because we certainly do. Appreciate it when you guys do it. We also appreciate all the love and support that we get from you guys. So, Jesse, good morning, sir. Thanks for tuning in. And absolutely, free plays have been killing it. And that's where they're supposed to be. So, Matt Jacobs in the building. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. And don't just post the thumbs up. Go hit that thumbs up button for us. And we always appreciate it when you guys do. It's funny, you'll hear other sports services start stealing my words, trying to tell you guys how it actually helps us in the YouTube algorithm and the rankings, or don't do anything stupid, always bet within your means. It's actually flattering that we have people that like to come on our YouTube channel and steal what we do. Justin in the house. Yo. Andre, good morning. Good morning. Don't forget, guys, guaranteed Saturday this week. You guys asked for it. All right, you guys asked for it, and I delivered. Guaranteed Saturday, on sale, $50. $50. Justice, you should have no problem getting past 100. Chido says, free plays is why I'm on guaranteed Saturday. It's all the bookies' money. Thank you, sir. And I'll tell you what. Once you guys clip 100 thumbs ups in this video, because I guarantee you out of the 90 people here, half haven't hit it yet. All right, remember, people come and go. If you guys clip 100, I'll start giving away packages. I'll start giving away some UFC fight packages, including the max fight picks as well. In the fight card today, you do not want to miss. You absolutely do not want to miss. So have at it, boys. All right. Minnesota, Iowa. Minnesota and Iowa. StatQuap, what's going on? Good morning, sir. Good morning. Oh, and don't forget, you need to sign up for Guaranteed Saturday by 3:30 Eastern time. Good morning, right back at you, StatQuap. Marquis says, if I wasn't a small-time bettor, I'd be all over the Guaranteed Saturday. $50, insane price. Absolutely. I agree. I mean, it's normally $150. Guaranteed to winner, you'll get the next one absolutely free on the house. Mike K says, that's how you know everyone watches you and you don't watch them. Only reason you know is because we tell you this person is copying you. Absolutely, Mike. I did get your text message today letting me know of the copycat. And next thing you know, they're going to break out a Jack in the Box and start winding it up. Pop goes the weasel, right? I think I need to order another one. Damn straight, StatQuap, you better get on it. You don't want to miss it. And if you're tuning in, watching us live on on Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, anywhere else on our website, come join us on YouTube. Click on that YouTube link that's in your guys' chat. Come join us on YouTube, and let's have some fun. Let's make some money together. All right, come chat with us. And if you're new to this chat and you haven't posted in the live chat yet, please do post in the chat. Come join us. It's one of the most friendliest sports betting live chats on any live show that you'll find out there. All right, we're probably one of the most warmest receptive live chat. As long as you're not some other scumbag sports service trying to promote your service in here, please do share with the chat what you guys like, who you like, and let everybody know that you're here. This chat is all about helping you guys out, helping about enhancing not only your guys' sports betting knowledge, but putting money in your pocket, because that is what matters, all right, is the money that you guys are going to make. All right, back to this game. Jesse likes Auburn and Minnesota today. We're going to break down the Minnesota game, 3:35 in Iowa right now for you guys. All right, Iowa opened up as a 2-point favorite. It has been bet up to 3. Minnesota catching 3 on the road. Total opened up at 44.5. It is staying strong at 44.5. All right, guys, let's take a look at let's take a look at the money aspect of this game before we dive in depth into these two teams. Of course, it can't be in order for us, right? It can never be in order. So let me find it real quick. Then we're going to tell you where the money lies, where the money's staying and lying in this game. That way we can keep pointing you guys in the right direction. Remember, I don't have a play on this game, but you never know. I might. I'm definitely leaning towards one way versus the other. That is a 100% fact. And it almost made one of my cards. It almost made my personal plays. It almost made it as a play. So we're going to discuss it. As of right now, 56% of all the money coming in is still rolling in on Minnesota. We've got that reverse line movement that, believe it or not, the line should be going down the opposite direction. And luckily for Minnesota backers, they're actually getting another point, all right, with the money coming in on them. Just 44%. So it's, you take out a couple percent for, reporting error, and it's pretty close to 50-50, although it's lopsided when you get to one spot. When you get to the total, betting the over and the under, that 44.5 mark, it is heavily bet the under. 87% of the entire public is rolling on the under. Just 13% back in the over 44.5 for two teams that average almost 62 points a game. All right, two teams almost average 62 points a game. However, both teams great on defense, and you're going to get something. One's going to give. Either the offense is going to give here or the defense is going to give. College football, usually it's the defense that breaks. All right, it's usually the defense that breaks most times. All right, so let me pop up some more stats for you guys that we can break down this game in its entirety. That way we have a great time. Wendy, thank you for jumping on board, and welcome to Cappers Direct. I know this is your first time with us, so welcome. We'll take great care of you. Enjoy that big guaranteed Saturday play. And if you ever have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call. And that's for everyone, not just our new clients, but as well as our clients. Any questions at all, always feel free to reach out to us, send us an email, shoot us an email, shoot me a message on Twitter. If you got my cell phone number, shoot me a text, or just give us a call. All right, Frank, thanks for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Alejandro, thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday as well. And don't forget, guys, you guys are going to hammer home Guaranteed Saturday. But honestly, we always say Saturdays, is for Cappers Nation, baby, because, other people want to say it's for the boys, but we all know that that's bullshit. It's for us. I'm feeling really, really, really good, not only about the 4 premium plays that they put out, but my 4 plays on my personal play card. And I think we're going to walk all over these games today. An absolute walk all over people. And we're going to be cleaning house against the bookmakers. So I don't call it very often, but I feel some brooms coming out for tomorrow. And it's not for us. All right, we ain't getting swept. We're going to be doing the sweeping. So I don't say that very often. I mean, I could be completely blindsided, but I don't think that's the case. I really don't think that's the case. And I really love what we're putting out for all of our clients today. So don't miss those games, guys. You can pick up 3 days of premium plays or 3 days of my personal plays for $99. But even better than that, you can actually pick up 4 days of premium plays or 4 days of my personal plays. You can select which one you want. You also get our Guaranteed Saturday play. You also get the UFC fight card. And then you'll also get the UFC Max Fight Pick as well. So all for $200, and we just put that in the comment section as well. So that is a hell of a deal, guys. An absolute hell of a deal. And you want to make some money, there you go. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good time, that's for sure. I do see if you guys can still hear me. Apparently, I froze the camera again, but hang tight. I'll get it. I'll get it corrected one way or another. Forgot how we did it last time. How did we do this last time? Hang tight, guys, for just a second. Okay, here we go. Now I remember. All right. So did the actual camera freeze for you guys, or was it just on my end? Because I think it froze. But I've gotten pretty good at resetting it real quick. So I think that's our live stream software freezing it. But hey, as long as the audio is still there, it might even be better for you guys. As long as you guys can hear but not see my ugly mug, it might even be better for you guys. Thank you, William, for that text message. Fast Freddy, you're cracking me up, sir. Fast Freddy, go get on Guaranteed Saturday pronto, sir. You owe it to yourself. All right, back to this game. All right, guys, let's take a look at Minnesota, 9-0. They've played 3 road games. This is their 4th one. They're 3-0 on the year on the road. They're also 3-0 on the over this year on the road. All 3 games of their road wins have came and went over the total. All right. Let's see. They had a road win over Fresno State back in week 2. They beat them 38-35. They had a road win against Purdue. They beat them 38-31. They had a road win against Rutgers, but who didn't beat Rutgers? They beat them 42-7. All right. They've had 3 games that did not go over. That was against Nebraska, Illinois, and South Dakota State. Both teams that really couldn't put up much. Although South Dakota State, game 1 of the year, ended up putting up 21 against Minnesota. And then the normal Minnesota high-scoring offense that we're used to seeing came about. All right, guys, taking a look at Iowa, 6-3 straight up. They're 4-1 at home. All right, 2 of their 5 games have gone over the total. When playing at home. Their last 3 games played, they're 2-1 straight up. And their last head-to-head meeting did go over between these 2 teams. They did play last year. Minnesota lost to Iowa 48-31. They beat them by 17, and they were laying 7. Iowa was laying 7 on the road, and that game did go over the total. The game has gone over the total 3 out of the last 5 meetings. And Iowa, guys, is 19-7 straight up and 17-8 against the spread versus Minnesota since 1993. Iowa has owned Minnesota, not only straight up but against the spread for back since most of you guys were probably kids. Minnesota 6-0-1 against the spread on a winning streak of 5 games or more. And guys, they're 9-0. They are a covering machine. They have covered the last 6 games straight. All right. With 4 of those going over the total as well. Iowa just 1-5-1 against the spread their last 7 games when facing a team who's ranked higher than them. All right, when they get a higher ranked team, they have not been showing out and covering any spreads. Iowa 15-5 on the under at home versus an opponent after a game with a turnover margin of +2 or better. All right, guys. Now, taking a look at both teams. Iowa average 24.1 points per game. They average 139 yards on the ground, 243 in the air. Their defense has been stingy, holding teams to just 11.7 points per game. They've been giving up only 112 yards to opposing offenses on the ground and 177 in the air, and they're +3 on the turnovers. Joe Dirt, I got here late. Kyle, did you break down the Temple and Tulane game? No, I did not break that one down yet. Now, Minnesota, when they're on offense, they average 37.6 points per game. Like I was saying earlier, high-flying offense. They average 195 yards on the ground, 238 in the air, averaging 11 yards per passing attempt. All right, guys. Now, when their defense is on the field, still a stingy defense, holding teams to under 21 points a game at 20.7. They've been holding teams to 3.9 yards per carry at 124 yards rushing a game, as well as 186 yards passing a game, averaging only 6.1 yards per passing attempt. And Minnesota is +7 on the turnovers, all right? Not only are they able to limit their own turnovers, but they've been able to create and get turnovers on the defensive end. As far as this one goes, guys, I was going to have a play on Minnesota. I just think that I had a couple others that beat it out as far as strength. It may be something that I end up giving out to my clients later on this afternoon. But as of right now, very, very, very strong lean on Minnesota plus the 3. And to be honest, I don't think you're going to get 3 all day long. So I do have a lean on the on Minnesota there, and quite frankly, I like the over in this game. Not enough to want to bet it. It wasn't even a consideration for my card, but as of this one, I do like the over. I do like the over 44.5 as well. So there's a little lean for you guys. Rio C, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Shane Russell, thanks again for the info on Louisiana Tech, Kyle. I switched my bet to Marshall, even took first half too. Awesome job. Congrats. Glad you were able to hammer that and make yourself some easy money on that game. Jesse says, yes, glad to hear you are on the same side. Yeah, I think Minnesota covers the spread. It just wasn't strong enough, at least not now, for me to want to bet it. I have other games that I think that are rock solid, that are going to give not only myself but my clients a nice big 4-0 on the day. And I don't like giving out too many plays. So, but it's, we could have made that one a free play for you guys, but I'm not even being stingy today. Not even being stingy. So definitely going to be a good time today. 93 people watching. Remember, guys, said if you guys get us up over that 100 thumbs up mark, we will start giving away packages. All you have to do is hit that thumbs up button, and we'll start giving out some UFC packages to everybody as well. Edward, you should probably hit the rewind button just about 5 minutes. We just broke down that game, and you might get some great info on it as well. Thank you, Jermaine, for that big plug as well. It's funny. So I told you they redid the office. They painted. I actually got, I don't know what color you call it, bluish green on one of the walls. And then white on another. They finally gave me something other than shit sand. And they made some technology advances in the office. They started putting our lights in the office on motion sensors. So bad for me, it's behind my computer screens, and I don't know if you guys know. I mean, I posted a picture of the new iMac Pro on Twitter today, but I mean, my setup's pretty dope for computer systems. I mean, I actually have 3 iMac 27s, but as of right now, I just have the 2 on the desk. The other one I just took off. Yeah, Shane, parents painted the basement for me. Actually, it was Grandma. Grandma painted the basement for me, down in the dungeon, because we have basements in Arizona. But they put the lights on this little motion sensor thing. And since I have the set lighting on in here, it's it hasn't gone off, or maybe it's because I'm moving around, and my hands are moving. But I can't see the sensor. It's behind both my computers. So when I was here before going live, I kept having to stand up, look at it, throw my arms up. Every 3 minutes that sucker just goes off in the dark. And I figured I'm just going to work in the dark. But then they think that I'm not doing nothing. So, funny. So if the lights go out, yes, we paid the bill. I just got to raise my hand and get it to activate again. All right, next game day breakdown. Did get a request. We'll do this one here in a little bit. The Georgia game at request by William. Yes, we will break down the Georgia-Auburn game for you guys. But we're going to do that one later. Drew to the crew, good morning, good morning. All right. Don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for another game day breakdown. Let me see what we've got in the roto dial here. Justin says San Diego was money along with the over in the Magic game. Great info yesterday. Thank you, sir. Tom says, but first we are breaking down the Michigan game. Maybe. We've got a premium play on that game, so maybe we'll be doing it. Next one up on the list is going to be the UCLA-Utah game. I am going to throw in a later game, just in case we get stuck on some games here. I am going to throw in a couple later games for you guys, because I know for everybody that's not on Guaranteed Saturday, or not on our premium plays, or not on my personal plays, you're going to want a game later today. And I know you guys are going to be looking through your phones to see what's left. So here we go. LT, you just missed a deer. Did you shoot at it? Or you weren't paying attention? I mean, I could see getting distracted. I mean, we got some great scenery here. You know, obviously not me. We already know that. No good scenery, but some great content, that's for sure. Chip Kelly's got his UCLA Bruins back on track. They've won 3 straight against Stanford, Arizona State, and Colorado. Beating Colorado 31-14 in their last game. Gonna break down this game. LT, no more missing, no bucks, all right? No more missing, no bucks. Game 349 and 350 for everybody that's trying to follow along. Let me see about popping up all our info here. Popping up the money as well for you guys. If I ever find it. There it is. All right, let's start with the money aspect right now, because I have it up and it probably refresh on us. All right, guys. As of right now, 73% of all against the spread bets rolling in are rolling in on the Bruins plus the 3 touchdowns. All right, we're going to go over the odds here in just a second when we get to the other page. All right, 27% coming in on Utah laying the big points. All right, 90% of the betting public rolling on the over on this game. Yes, I said it, 90% of the public is rolling on the over on this game. All right, total on this game opened up at 54. It's dropped 2 points. It's down to 52, guys. Utah opened up as a 20-point favorite. They are now up to 21. And believe it or not, the station's casinos just pushed them to 21.5. You can take UCLA riding a 3-game win streak at plus 21.5 at the station casinos. Sounds attractive, right? Well, let's dive in depth a little bit more and see what's going on between these two teams. You got UCLA. They need 2 wins to become bowl eligible. Wow, I said it. Amazing. Didn't think I'd say that about Chip Kelly's squad down there in Los Angeles. 2 wins away from becoming bowl eligible. They're 4-5 straight up. They're 5-4 against the spread. And if you've been betting on them, they've been making you money so far this year. They actually have 4 games that have gone over the total, 5 that went under. They're going to be going up against an 8-1 Utah team. What's Utah ranked? 7th? I believe they're ranked 7th in the college football playoff rankings right now. They're 6-3 against the spread. However, they've only had 3 games go over the total. Now, last year's meeting did go under the total. Utah won last year 41-51. There was a total of 54. Close when it came to the total. Going over to last year, and it didn't. I do remember that game. We were actually on the under on that game, and we were sweating it out, that's for sure. Utah, 12-3 against the spread at home on a winning streak of 5 or more games. All right? They've won 5 games. 5 games against Washington State, beating them 38-13. Oregon State beating them 52-7. Arizona State beating them 21-3. Then they smashed Cal, and they goose-egged them 35-0. And then they just escaped Washington 33-28 in a very, very, very close game. All right, guys. UCLA just 1-9 against the spread against stout rushing defense, yielding less than 3 yards a carry. They're going to be going up against a Utah defense that holds teams to 2.4 yards per carry. All right, so Chip Kelly's going to have to try and establish that run. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. All right, Utah 7-1 on the under at home versus an opponent when they're playing on more than 6 days rest. And now, in the head-to-head matchup of these two teams, they play every single year in the Pac-12, all right, guys? The road teams are 6-2 straight up and 7-1 against the spread. Road teams 7-1 against the spread in their head-to-head matchup in the last 8 games. All right, guys, Chip Kelly's UCLA Bruins coming off a 3-game win streak, beating Stanford 34-16, beating Arizona State 42-32, and then beating Colorado 31-14 last week. Rob Cruz, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, sir, for that thumbs up. Always appreciate it. When you're diving in depth into these two teams, first of all, let's take a look how each team has done home and away. All right, obviously, we know Utah's only got 1 loss on the year. Let's switch to this other page real quick. And their only loss on the year came on the road. They're a perfect 5-0 at home. They've only had 1 of those 5 games go over the total when playing there in Utah, guys, at the Rice at Elsie's Stadium down there in Salt Lake, or up there in Salt Lake for me. No, Fast Freddy, we have not. We have not, sir. Now, UCLA, 4-5 straight up. 2-3 at home. However, they're on the road this year, all right? They're actually 2-2, an even Steven 50 on the road. And same thing when it comes to the over and under. They've had 2 of their road games go over and 2 of their road games go under the total. All right, they lost to Cincinnati to start the year, 24-14. They beat Washington State. They beat that air raid attack by Mike Leach in Washington State, 67-63. That was their real big breakthrough on the year. It was their first win of the year. And they also, they lost to Arizona in a close game, 20-17. And all rights, a lot of people thought they had plenty of opportunities to win, and they just did not win. They beat Stanford on the road up there in Berkeley, guys, which was a great win, 34-16. And then here we are. Here we have them looking for another road win. They're trying to pull out 2 victories over the next 3 games to become bowl eligible. They have a tall task. They've got Utah today. They've got my Trojans next week, all right, at the Coliseum. They're not playing at the Rose Bowl. They're going to be at the Coliseum. And then they get Cal to end the year. Cal, if they pick up a win in the next 2 weeks, Cal's going to be definitely trying to play spoiler against them. UCLA, tall task ahead. All right, they average 29.3 points per game on offense. They average 171 yards a game on the ground at 4.1 yards per carry, 236 yards in the air. 7.2 yards per passing attempt. They're going to be going up against a top-ranked Utah defense, stingy defense that's holding teams to just 12.2 points per game and holding teams to 2.4 rushing yards per carry at only 56 rushing yards a game. Sorry, replying to somebody. Yes, Tom. Utah on offense. High scoring, 33.1 points per game. They average 207 yards a game on their ground and pound. They average 20 more rushing plays than they do passing plays. They average 43 rushing plays a game at 4.8 yards per carry. They average 23 passing plays at 239 yards a game and 10.3 yards per passing attempt. When Utah passes the ball, it's usually for 10 yards or more. All right, keep that in mind. Now, Utah will be going up against a UCLA defense that has got torched on the year. All right, they have got torched. They gave up 63 to Washington State. They gave up 48 to Oregon State. They gave up 16 to Stanford. Hell, they gave up 32 to Arizona State to the Sun Devils. All right, guys, they average giving up 137 rushing yards a game. They're holding teams to 4 yards a carry, but they get torched by the air. They give up 294 yards in the air at 8.5 yards per passing attempt. Unfortunately, UCLA, unfortunately for them, they're -4 on the turnovers compared to the +6 of Utah. All right, guys, and it's the 8th ranked Utah Utes today. Now, they are laying a big number. All right, they're definitely laying a big number. They're laying 21 and a half, believe it or not, at the station's properties right now. And I'm sure before this game goes off later tonight, it might even be higher than that. The only way it's going to drop is if some sharps come in and lay some big bets, 5-6 digit bets on UCLA, and I just don't see that happening. But you never know how the morning and the afternoon transpires. May make one of those sharp action bettors a little hungry and want to go fire on a game, that's for sure. Caesar, good morning. Thank you, sir. Caesar says, thanks for everything that you do. Number one in the nation. I do appreciate that. Fast Freddy says, have you surpassed the quantity of likes for this edition of Cappers Nation Live Show? Never. You can never have enough. And if you stop and you get complacent and say, oh, yeah, we hit 100, fantastic, or we hit 79, yeah, I'm happy. Nah, I am never happy. Yeah, I said if you guys get us to 100 likes, so hit that thumbs up button. You guys get us to 100 likes and we'll start not throwing away, but we'll start throwing out packages to you guys. Fast Freddy, how many times have you been a spectator in the LA Coliseum? Is it a cool experience? I'm from the East Coast. If you're from the East Coast and you have never been to the Coliseum, I've been there back before they closed out part of the stadium, and there'd be over 100,000 screaming fans in there. It's outdoors. It's older than dirt. It's run down. It has history. It's absolutely flippin' amazing. And if you've never been, you definitely need to be a spectator in the Coliseum at least twice in your life. Not once, because one experience isn't good enough. All right, at least twice, especially for a USC football game, especially for a USC Trojans game, Fast Freddy. How many times have I been there? I don't know. Too many times to count. All my life, since small child all the way up. Chuck Morning, Kyle, I'm going with all the big spread plays today. Teams like Wisconsin, Bama, Clemson. What do you think? I think some of them could possibly be a trap, some of the big spreads today. Obviously, Vegas knows that primarily the public is going to hammer the big spreads, so they make those games accordingly. So be careful. I'd at least do your due diligence. Uh-oh. We're out of orange juice. We're out of orange juice. Uh-oh. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? Well, what we're going to do now, we're going to break down another game. But first, I'm going to tell you on this game, I think the 21 points is a lot. Chip Kelly's got his UCLA Bruins rolling. A couple big wins against Stanford, Colorado, as well as Arizona State. They did dispatch Washington State, who Utah beat easily as well. And obviously, you know, they don't play Colorado to the end of the year, so you won't be able to get much on that one. But I do lean towards UCLA plus the 21. And if I was going to go bet it, I'd go down to one of the station properties or use a station app and take the plus 21.5. But I know not everybody has that option. Fast Freddy Pop a vitamin C supplement. Cranberry juice. I was thinking more of the lines of some crack maybe. I was going to call up our friends over in Frackville and see if they had any. I'm sure they've got an unlimited supply down there. Just kidding. No crack here. Maybe a Starbucks Frappuccino drink. I do got one in the fridge. I do have one in the fridge, believe it or not. All right. Crack in the box. I do that. I believe it. Yeah, you know, you hear the stories. You hear the stories. In-N-Out Burger, had that the other day. Had that the other day. I was in the drive-thru with when I was on the phone with our good buddy Big Dave Mall. Dave, where are you? I'm sure you're watching. Thanks, Randy G, for the info bomb. Anthony Kyle, you look like money this morning. I love making money. I love making money. Fast Freddy, UCLA has always had a quality program. Karen, I've only seen the upgrades in pictures. I haven't been there since they did it. There's Big D Mall in the house. He had to Google what In-N-Out was, thinking that there was one close to Philly. Sorry to disappoint, Big Dave. There's no In-N-Out anywhere near Philly. Kathy and Gary, rest assured, we'll get there. I know we will. I know we will. And don't forget, folks, you guys asked for it. And I delivered it. Guaranteed Saturday, $50. Makes you holler. Guaranteed to win, you get the next one absolutely free. Kyle, I'm going to call you every Sunday night at the same time. So accessible. I might be accessible, but do me a favor. Don't call me at night. I'm usually with my wife or my little one. Make it a little earlier in the day. Sunday night, there's no games going on. Unless it's an emergency, which it shouldn't be a game emergency. I'm sure you can wait until the next morning. Big D, thank you. I do see that. You just jumped on board. Guaranteed Saturday. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And you're going to love it. It's going to be a big, big, big money maker for everybody. All right, guys. It's going to be a nice big money maker for everybody. Fast Freddy, please don't sit on those fabulous free plays. I got a free play. Got a free play for everybody. You can't have it yet. We haven't, Anthony, given out an official free play. But we've given out some killer leans so far. We've given out some killer leans on West Virginia plus the 14 over 46, Penn State over 54.5, Minnesota plus the 3 as well as the over 44.5. Broke down the UCLA game, gave out a big lean on that one. Who Dat Bob loves that free play in the daily video. I know you would, sir. I know you would. And I think that's going to be a great game. Hey, guys, you want to know what's cool about the Call Me in the Middle of the Night feature? This little half moon right here, the little crescent moon, it's called the Do Not Disturb button. And unless you're listed on my favorites, I've learned to hit that Do Not Disturb button at night, late at night. So then you get called, but it's just not going to let me know you called until I look at the phone. So when I'm sleeping and you guys want to try and call me knowing that I'm sleeping, I get it. I get it. You guys like me. You guys want some more winners. But rest assured, I will keep delivering them to you. Just not at 3 o'clock in the morning. Right, Mike? All right. We need another game day breakdown. Because then I got to get rolling. Because we got a few more things to wrap up here in the office. We've got some money to be made. For somehow, why website doesn't take Visa cards, so what do I do next? My Don, we do take Visa. Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express, as well as JCB for anybody from Japan. So, yes, we do take Visa. We absolutely do. 100%. Matter of fact, I can tell you a bulk of the purchases today were probably Visa. I can promise you our website doesn't tell you to... Oh, if it's telling you to contact your bank? Here, let me look up the reason why. If it's telling you to contact your bank, hold on. I don't see any declines on our side. I'm looking at all the transactions for today. I can see them all right on the credit card processor. If it's telling you to contact your bank, you should probably contact them. Maybe they have a security block on it, or maybe you entered in the card number wrong. But if it was to decline, I would see it. And I can tell you I don't see it. So make sure you're on our website, cappersdirect.com. I'll post a link to it right there. My Don, you can just click on that link. I love it, Jeff. Jeff says, thoughts on this parlay. All money lines for plus money, Michigan, Florida, Wisconsin, and Penn State. Note, I don't do parlays. Sounds great. If it says to contact your financial institution, then you should probably contact your financial institution. That's not on our side. That's on your bank side. Justin, you get them instantly right on the website. Instantly. As soon as you purchase. So like if you purchase Guaranteed Saturday, we never email you the plays. You're not waiting for us to email you the plays. Instant access. As soon as you purchase, it takes you right to the page. Right on the website. Yeah, my Don. If it's telling you to contact the bank, contact the bank. That's not on our side. I can tell you that the transaction didn't even go through our processor. Didn't even actually make it past the submit button on our processor. Edward in the house. I was starting to wondering where you were. Hope all is well. Good morning, Ed. Glad to have you. Yes, there will be a Sunday play, the big guaranteed Sunday play this week. If you're not on it, feel free to jump on it. You can jump on it if you're not already on it. If you're owed it, it'll be credited to your account later today. Accounting will be doing all of that for you guys as well. So what it's time to do, it's time for another breakdown. It's time for another breakdown. I need to find the old game number. Somebody give me the game number for the Georgia game. There it is, 371 and 372. You guys don't even need to do it. I did it for you. Did the work for you. We're going to break down this game because everybody has asked me for this game. Thank you, Edward. I hope all is well. We'll have to catch up. Joshua, good morning. Good morning. Could have been Mike. And, no. She's been here a while. You must have purchased a big package. You must have just jumped on board a year or something. If you're talking to them. All right, guys. Game 371, 372, Georgia, Auburn. Georgia 8-1 straight up, 5-4 against the spread, 2-7 on the over. Only 2 of Georgia's games have gone over the total. Chip says, I know these teams are as good as anyone, and I don't know what's going to happen. Well, we're going to try and dissect that for you. We're going to try and break it down. Joshua, good morning, says, good morning, fellas. Just wrapping up at work. Need some Cap Nation. What's up, fellas? Everybody feel free to tune Josh into what we've been doing. Auburn, guys, 7-2 straight up, 7-2 against the spread, 3-5-1 on the over. 3 of their games have gone over. Now, here's an interesting stat right off the bat before we even jump into the line. 4 out of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under the total, including the last 2. The last 2 years. Last year it went under the total. They had a total of 52.5, and Georgia won 27-10 at home. All right. The year before that, they had a total of 48. Georgia won on the road 28-7. All right. The favorite has covered the spread the last 2 games. All right. Now, let's take a look at the odds on this game. Let's break it down. All right, guys. Georgia opened up as a 3-point favorite. They're still a 3-point favorite, although the Westgate just clicked them to 2.5 this morning. All right, they were a 3-point favorite up until this morning. All right, they are now laying 2.5 at the Westgate. That's the way it was first thing this morning. MGM has a -3 at even money, which means one more bet and you'll be able to get them at -2.5. CG Technologies 2.5. The station's 2.5. 5 Dimes should have them at 2.5. Still, I know they did first thing this morning. Total opened up at 45.5. It is down 3.5 points. The total on this game is down to 42 points, guys. All right. Now, taking a look at the money aspect on this game. All right, taking a look at the money aspect on this game. Let's see where the live money is going on the public. Let's see who's siding with what. Let me pop up that, because it's never in order for us. Never, whenever we pick these games, it's never in order for us. So let's see where the money lies. Because this is going to be an important one for you guys. Because I know a lot of you guys want to know about this game. Georgia, Auburn. There we go. It's exactly where it was this morning. Believe it or not, it's very close to 50-50. 51% of the public rolling on Georgia, 49% on Auburn. That number was actually a lot higher for Georgia earlier. So reasons why we saw that line drop to 2.5 is because they took a few decent-sized bets on Auburn plus the 3. All right, some big bets came in on Auburn plus the 3, bumped it down to 2.5. Now, 63% of the public rolling on the over, just 37% on the under. Lincoln Rhodes, Auburn's quarterback is looking terrible. Georgia will win by 7 to 14 points. Edward says, tough game. Georgia on paper should win, but they haven't played to their potential all year. All right. Now, let's take a look at this game. Let's start diving down in depth, taking a look at both players. Obviously, they are playing in Auburn, Alabama, for everybody that doesn't know. Jordan-Hare Stadium. Georgia on the road. I'm going to pop up what they've been able to do so far, home and away for both teams, if I can ever find that little sheet here, my little cheat sheet. You think Auburn is a sharp play here? Interesting. Auburn 7-2 straight up on the year. 3 of their 9 games have gone over the total. They did have one that pushed as well. When they're playing at home, they're undefeated this year. All right, they've played 4 times at home. They're a nice big 4-0 at home. All right, they beat up on Tulane 24-6. They beat up on Kent State, a couple gimme games at 55-16, and then at home against Mississippi State, they beat 56-23. And then they also beat Mississippi last week, 2 weeks ago. They're coming off of a bye. Beat them back on the 2nd of November. They beat them up 20-14 in a close game there against Ole Miss. Had them on their heels. Yeah, Jermaine Edwards, super cool dude. Always glad to have Edward. Tito says the Georgia quarterback is going to buckle. Anthony says, I also say the under. And as Joshua was just saying, so far, only 2 road games for Georgia. They've only played 2 road games. One has gone over, one has gone under. And believe it or not, they've won both of their road games, all right? One was to start the year against Vandy back in the end of August, 30-16. And then if you want to, they had they've got a neutral site game as well. And then against Tennessee, beating up Tennessee 43-14. They did beat Florida 24-7 in a close game there. If you remember, we were actually on Georgia laying the 6.5 against Florida. They covered the spread a couple weeks ago. Barely. They beat them by 7 on a neutral site field, on a neutral site game there. Now, they've got a big road test against Auburn. This is their biggest road test, and it will be their biggest road test of the year unless they make the playoffs, and then they'll have another big road test. I agree with what Edward just said, that he said, thanks, Jermaine, that everyone in general at Cap Nation and the followers have a pretty chill vibe. Mike, good morning. Thanks for jumping on board. Oh, no, that's a different Mike. Thank you for having us. You're a first-time viewer, Mike. Thank you. We have a Mike Miles, and that's Mike Millett. So thanks, Mike, for jumping on our channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We go live 7 days a week. We'll be live tomorrow breaking down NFL action starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, dark and early in the morning, yet again, live again. And then we'll be live Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Fast Freddy wants one of my personal plays as a free play because he's on the premium plays. So he's definitely rooting for that one. But again, definitely going to be a big road test today for Georgia. No doubt about it. This is their biggest road game of the year. And believe it or not, they've got a big game against Texas A&M next week. But this is by far the biggest game out of their last 3. They want to make a statement today as an 8-1 team. They're going to need a big statement against Auburn. They're going to have to come out with a victory. And they're going to have to keep it in convincing fashion. Now, home teams are 13-7 straight up and 14-6 against the spread, dating all the way back since 1999 between both Georgia and Auburn. All right, so home teams have definitely dominated the series. Sorry, Chip says he just wouldn't put a lot of money on the Auburn-Georgia game. Too many unknowns. I wouldn't say there's too many unknowns. There's a lot of already knowns that you can. That you should know about between these two teams. Hell, you've been able to watch them on national television 9 times already this year. I think every single one of their games have been televised. So A lot of big marquee matchups. Taking a look at Georgia, they've won 3 straight. They beat up Kentucky, Florida, and Missouri last week. Before that, they did suffer their only loss, getting beat by South Carolina. They got shocked, they got rocked, and they shocked the world when they lost to South Carolina as a 20.5-point favorite. They lost 20-17. All right, they have wins over Tennessee. They got a big win over Notre Dame. They beat up Arkansas State, Murray State, and Vandy. All right, so they've had somewhat of an easy schedule. I do give them that. They're still Georgia. They definitely know how to play Auburn. They've beat them the last 2 times. Both games have gone under as well, and they've been the favorite both times, the last 2 times that they won. Greg, thanks for joining us. Thanks also for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday. And man, I'm glad you love the leans, and so sometimes we get off on different subjects, but definitely trying to step up the lean game for sure. And for everybody that doesn't know, don't forget Guaranteed Saturday on sale. $50 guaranteed to win, and you get the next one absolutely free, and pick up 3 days of premium plays or my personal play. Is going to be a great day for everybody. All right, guys, take a look at Auburn. 2-loss Auburn. We're going to call them the 2-loss Auburn team. All right, guys, 7-2 straight up. They have a very nice win from week 1. They've got a win over Oregon, all right, who's sitting right outside a playoff spot as well. They beat them 27-21 in a neutral site game. They beat up on Tulane. They beat up on Kent State. They beat Texas A&M by 8 points. And they also beat up on Mississippi State. But where they faltered, they lost to Florida. All right, they lost to Florida 24-13. They bounced back with a big win over Arkansas the next, actually 2 weeks after that, 14 days after that, beating Arkansas 51-10. What do you get for $50? Well, you get our Guaranteed Saturday play. It's one monster game, guaranteed to win, or you get the next one free. Do we take Venmo? No, I don't take Venmo, but we take Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, JCB, all the major cards. If you need a PayPal, feel free to email into the office, and they can take care of a PayPal as well. But they lost to Florida. Auburn lost to Florida. They lost 24-13. If you guys remember, we actually took Florida in that game. We rode Florida. We've actually, yeah, Mike, we take credit card, every single one. Legitimate services actually have credit card processors. We have a credit card processor. It's when you're dealing with people that only have PayPal when you need to start to wonder why they can't get a merchant account. We were actually on Florida. We've timed Auburn very, very, very well this year, betting on them and against them. They, like I said, they beat up on Arkansas, but then they came back. They were going to have their big game against LSU. They did not get dominated. They definitely did not get dominated. It was a close game. Went way under the total of 59. They were catching 12.5. They covered the spread against LSU, but LSU got the job done. They beat them 23-20. All right? And we all know what LSU just did to Alabama. All right? And then, believe it or not, it's good to note that they actually went to Death Valley. They went on the road to take on LSU. All right? And then, obviously, 2 weeks ago against Mississippi, beating them 20-14. You got to remember, and I mean, they've got Samford next week, so they got the easy schedule next week. How they got Samford right before playing Alabama to end the year is beyond me. How they've mixed that one into the schedule. Corey wants to know, what do you guys think about Central Michigan and Ball State today? But as far as this one goes, let's dive a little more in depth into the teams. All right. Georgia 18-8 against the spread on the road in November, dating way back when. All right, Auburn just 7-15-1 against the spread against strong defensive teams, allowing less than 20 points per game. And then Auburn 10-0 on the under against stout rushing defenses that yield less than 3 yards per carry. All right, when you're diving in depth into these two teams, you're going to see Auburn averaging 32.7 points per game. They average 219 yards on the ground, 206 in the air. They average 16 plays more per game rushing the ball than they do passing. A very, very, very run-orientated program that likes to hold on to the ball. They average nearly 75 plays on offense a game. They average 45 running the ball and 29 passing the ball as well. Alex, by what time do we need to purchase Guaranteed Saturday? You need to be signed up by 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Yeah, Jesse, hopefully he gets fired soon. Hopefully he gets fired very, very soon. And guys, Auburn, they're going to be going up against a Georgia defense that has been stingy on all aspects of the field on defense. They give up only 10.1 points per game. They're holding teams at 2.8 yards per rushing attempt at 75 yards rushing a game. I look to see how Auburn's going to be able to run the ball against Georgia. That's going to dictate a lot in this game. If Georgia's able to defend the run and be able to do what they do on defense in their secondary by holding teams to only 186 points a game, then it should make good work for Georgia. But like we said, this is their biggest road game of the year, and their biggest game of the year so far of the year, and it probably will be even against Texas A&M. This will still be a bigger deciding game. Alex Kyle, sounds like you're sick. I got a sore, scratchy throat. We've been going live for over 2 hours already, so and I ran out of orange juice over an hour ago, so I need something to drink. Now, Auburn going up against that Georgia defense, they only give up 186 yards passing game as well. They're +2 on turnovers. Now, when Georgia has the ball on offense, they average 33.7 points per game. Very similar number to Auburn on offense, all right? The numbers are actually very similar. Now, they give up, or not they give up, they actually average 216 yards rushing game at 5.6 yards per carry. A little over a half a yard more, actually closer to a yard more per carry than Auburn. They also average 233 passing yards a game, almost a full yard on average per passing attempt, more at 8.1 yards per passing attempt. They average the same amount of passing plays a game. Georgia is still going to be a predominant run, pass the ball, run, pass the ball, run, pass the ball. You're going to see a lot of running in this game. And even Auburn on defense, guys, they give up only 17.4 points per game. They're holding teams to 113 yards rushing the ball per game at 3.3 yards per carry. But they've been giving up 221 yards in the air as well. And they're also +2 on the turnovers. Edward says, capitalization is like the stamp of approval, final authorization before placing. I love it. This is going to be a great game, guys. No doubt about it. Going to be a great game. I know there's some other people that have some strong opinions on which way to go on this game. We actually have a play on it. I have a personal play on this game. And I don't know if I want to give you that one or if I want to give you a premium play. Who dat, Bob? What's my opinion on the over and the under? I think, to me, there's too many variables on the over and under. I can see the game being a very big defensive game if they're able to stop the run. If one or both of these teams are able to figure out a running game, meaning Georgia's defense holds teams to 75 yards rushing. Auburn holds teams to 113. The number on this is low. The total is definitely low because they're basing it off of the defensive statistics. But when you're handicapping college football, what I like to do, when you have two offensive powerhouses, I mean, combined they average, almost 65.5 points per game on offense. However, on defense, they're holding teams to 27.5 points per game combined. Those are combined numbers. All right? One of them is generally going to break. For the most part, my personal opinion and from what I see over the years, when you have two high-profile teams like this, and this is usually only good for high-profile teams. When you have one that's good, when you got a high-scoring offense and a stingy defense on both sides of the field, one of them is going to break. All right, either the offense breaks down or the defense breaks down. And in college football with high-profile teams, more often than not, The defense will break down, and you get into a back and forth. You get into a good little shootout. Now, the shootout may only be 45 points, maybe 44 points. But either way, that puts the total over. 3 touchdowns apiece is not hard for these two teams. Both of these teams are easily capable of putting up 3 touchdowns apiece over 4 quarters of play. That doesn't get you the over, but it gets you 21-21 all, and the next score does. So I can definitely make a case for the over. I'm going to say I lean towards the over on this one, and we'll put it down there. Georgia and Auburn over 43 is a lean. As far as this game goes, what I'm going to do is, because I know a lot of you guys want to get a premium play. A lot of you guys want this game because this game has been either on one or the other. I've given out a personal play the last couple days. I'm going to give out the side on this one because so many people ask me to break down this game, and I want to be able to help you guys out. But if you guys follow me on Twitter, and I'm going to post a link to it, okay? I will post a play later on today in the evening time. Well, it'll be before the evening time, but it'll be an evening time game. All right? I will post something on my Twitter account for you guys. So make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. Hit that little follow button. And if you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome and thank you. Thanks for tuning in. We go live 7 days a week. We'll be live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, dark and early in the morning, breaking down NFL action and trying to get through every single game on the board tomorrow. That's my goal tomorrow, is to hit every single game on the board, even if they go quick. All right, even if our breakdowns only last a couple minutes, the goal is to get it and get every game on the board tomorrow. All right, so if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Why? Because you'll be notified every single time we drop free play videos. All right, it doesn't matter if it's a live show like this or if it's a pre-recorded version. You'll be notified each and every single time we put out a video. And guys, look at the screen. We're 9-1 on free plays this week, including 5-0 on personal plays and my premium plays that we've given you guys this week. All right? That's during our daily free play video, as well as during the live shows. All right? So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And then when you're done with that, give us a big thumbs up. Share the video on social media. Share it on Twitter. Share it on your Facebook. Share it wherever you want. The bigger we build this, the more I will give you guys for free. All right? The bigger we build this, the more I'll give you guys for free. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys the free play. But don't go away, because as soon as I give you guys the free play, I'm going to give away a couple packages. All right? We're going to give away a couple UFC fight packages, including max fight picks to people. And try and help you guys out. All right? Try and help you guys out. Put you guys on something that's going to make you some more money later on today. Justin, thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Same thing with you, Corey, as well. I see you guys just jumped on board Guaranteed Saturday. Justin, glad to have you on board with us. I know you're new to our website, so glad to have you, and we'll take great care of you. We'll take great care of you as well as everybody else that's new as well. So always glad to have everybody on board, and it's going to be a great time, and it's time to make a boatload of money today. All right, so let's get a nice big free play for you guys today. And remember, there's another free play out there in college football. If you want it, all you need to do is go watch our daily free play video, and do us a favor, give us a big thumbs up over there as well. Drop us a comment over there as well. All right, if you know what that free play is, please don't post it here. And then, what was I going to say? I don't know. I forgot. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter for another free play. You never know, I might get a little frisky and start giving out more than one free play on my Twitter today. typing it in the comment section. All right, so let's drop a free play for you guys, and then we're going to start giving away some packages to everybody. Free play between Georgia and Auburn, guys. I am rolling with Georgia. I am rolling with with the road favorite here. Georgia laying 2.5 at the Westgate at the Stations Casinos as of right now. And who else just moved it? CG Technologies and Caesars all just moved it to 2.5 as well. So Georgia lay the 2.5. It'll be a nice winner for everybody. Let me get that up on the big screen as well, right down there, down below. Free personal play. Georgia laying the 2.5. Be a nice winner for everybody. And remember, anybody gets on Guaranteed Saturday today. $50, $50, $50, $50. Guaranteed to win, or you get the next one absolutely free. You got to be signed up by 3:30 Eastern time. Stat go up, that is football. Anthony, you knew it. Was my breakdown unbiased or not biased, or was it biased? All right, so let's start giving away some packages. Let's start giving away some packages. Two, the first person that guesses correctly absolutely, Anthony. Every which direction, they're the better team. But they are the untested team, especially on the road. That's the only thing that worries me, is they're the untested team on the road. This is going to be a good test for them. All right, and I think they surpass it, and they surpass our expectations today. All right. So for the first person that answers this correctly, what color is my Jeep? Gets a free UFC package. Morning, Kong. Lenny G, you are correct. Lenny G is correct with the white. Lenny, what you need to do is you need to let me know what your username is on our website. And if you don't have one, you need to go there and create one. So let me know if you have one, and then I'll get you activated to our UFC fight package, and courtesy of FC. All right, we're going to do another one. I'm making these easy. Edward, you won, buddy. Pink. All right. Next one for a UFC max fight pick. Look at Edward putting in the number. How old is my daughter? Edward was close. Close with the 99. And the 3. And the 3 and the 7. Wow, you guys are so close. Edward is the winner. Edward is the winner at 4. I think he hit all the numbers in the beginning. Edward, you, sir, have the max fight pick in your account. It's already there. Lenny, you, sir, have our UFC in just a second, you have our UFC package. I could just tell you what goes on my screen because your guys' screen may show something differently, but all that matters is what's on mine. But the numbers went 199, LOL 33677. Edward hit 4, Mark Blevins hit 5, Eric, you hit 4. You came in second, Anthony came in third with the 4. I will definitely say that, tell her that, Edward, she's doing great. Yes, Mike, he's down in Brazil right now. All right, we're going to do another one. This is going to be a good one. All right, this is going to be a good one. All right, so I just wrote down, it might not be a number. Or is it a number? One of the keys on this keyboard. One of the keys on the MacBook Pro keyboard. I just wrote down. Which one is it? For a UFC fight package. It could be numerical. It could be a letter. And you guys are going way too freaking fast now. Now you guys are just hitting letters. There we go. All right, now I'm sorting through it. I'll let you know when I find a winner. You guys are a little slow today. You guys are all over it. You just haven't guessed the right one yet. All right, I'll give you Dr. Franco with the CD. We have a winner. Mike Millets, you are the winner with an X. You are the winner. Somewhere you can see it with an X. So I know you're new to the channel, so congratulations. Now you need to go to our website and create an account. The way that you do that, go to the website cappersdirect.com. Then click on any package. Act like you're making a purchase. Put in your username, email, password. Go to the next page. When it asks you for a credit card, you're done. Don't put in a credit card. You're all done. So once you do that, let me know. And you may need to shoot us an email, cd@cappersdirect.com. And then we'll be able to get you there in case I'm not live still. But I'll take care of you. Still get the UFC fight package for today. Oh, Edward, you are correct. Edward actually did win. However, Mike, we're still going to give it to you as a consolation prize. Edward, you already won. So you won the max fight pick. So you, sir, also get the actual card as well. He's cleaning up like our good buddy Bobby usually does. So Edward's got you got it in your account, Edward. But We'll do one more. We're going to do a big one. Hold on one second. We're going to do a good one. We're going to give away Guaranteed Saturday. If you're already on it, I'll think of something else to give you. So if you win, I'll think of something else to give you and take care of you. All right? So, I'm trying to think of a question. Give away the Mac Pro? Yeah, Mike, you do. You just got to create an account. Let me know what it is. Jeff, can I text you what it's going to be ahead of time? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Man, we need a good question for you guys. The keyboard again? No, that's too complicated. That's too complicated. Oh, we froze the video. Hold on one second, folks. We froze the stream. Why do I always forget how to do this? There. All right, we're back. All right, we're back. College football trivia question? Okay, we'll do that. Let me find a good one. Three inches. All right. Trying to get a good one for you guys. It's not going to be a number. That is for sure. All right, here we go. Niemczynski. There we go. Which I actually feel bad for everybody who's not in this state. All right, which one of these schools does not field a football team? Mount St. Joseph's, Findlay College, Worcester College, or Cleveland State? Which one of these Ohio schools does not field a football team? St. Joseph's, Findlay, Worcester, or Cleveland? We have a winner. That was easy. It was only 4 choices, and I gave them to you all. I mean, you had a 25% chance to get it correct. We do have a winner. And the first winner is Justin. Congratulations, with Cleveland State. Something USC. It's too easy. I wanted it to be easy. I got to get going. I got stuff to do. Game's starting here shortly. All right, Justin, I know you just purchased Guaranteed Saturday. If I'm not correct. You literally just signed up on our website. Tito says he was first. Let me check. Nope. You were second. You were second. On my screen, you were second, unfortunately. It came in Finley, Finley, Finland, Finley, finally, Jose, Rooster, Finley. Justin said Cleveland. D-Rob said Finley. Then Tito, you came back with Cleveland. And then a couple down below you was Mr. Blevins at Cleveland as well. Well, unfortunately, Mark, I can't see your guys' screen, so what you guys see is irrelevant. What matters is what's on my screen. Unfortunately for you guys. Or fortunately for Justin. Justin, you, sir, just signed up. You actually just purchased Guaranteed Saturday. So what I did, sir, is I activated you for 1 day of our premium plays. So you also have our premium plays for today. All you have to do is, because you have two packages now, in order to see our premium plays, you just have to turn your phone sideways if you're using a phone. If you're not using a phone, don't worry about this. But if you're using a phone, turn it sideways. Then scroll down. You're going to look for a small little box that's got 4 little boxes in it. And click that box. That's the dashboard button. Then scroll down. All right. Then scroll down, and then you click on that link of that little box, and then it'll show you the links when you scroll down, all the options for your packages, because you now have Guaranteed Saturday because you just signed up and purchased that, and I gave you the day of premium plays today since you already had Guaranteed Saturday. So enjoy that free play we already put out. To think 40-something people didn't want to have a chance to win some packages. So enjoy. Let's make some money together, guys. And remember, follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. I'll be posting another free play later today. You're welcome, Mark. You're welcome, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Remember, we'll be live tomorrow morning, guys. We'll be live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, breaking down all NFL games for you guys if we can get through them all. All right? I'm going to attempt to go live later today, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's probably not going to happen later today. Got a super, super, super busy schedule today. Yeah, Justin, just log in and you get them. And then Mike Millets, if you're watching, send us an email, cd at cappersdirect.com, and we'll get you on our UFC package that you won. You just need to email me your username. Unless I can see if you signed up already. Let me see. You might have. Okay, I do see it, Mike. Hang tight and I'll activate your account. Go log back in about 3 minutes and you'll see it. Robert S. Edward, the other Edward, Jeff, Christopher, Tito. The link to Twitter, hang tight and I'll post it again. It's at CapNationKyle. But I'll post it right now for you. There's a link to the Twitter. Make sure you hit that follow button as well. Going to be a great time. Great day today, guys. Great day, great money-making day. Remember, get signed up for Guaranteed Saturday by 3:30 Eastern Time. And Mike, I've got it going in your account. Edgar, yeah, free plays have been hot, and we're going to do our best to keep it that way for you guys. Awesome, Mark. Glad to have you on board with us when you do. Always glad to have everybody. And if you guys don't, it's not a problem either. We're glad to have everybody here. All right, guys. Good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid. And we'll see you guys live tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.